Prepare to be astounded by this film. Experts in the cryptocurrency market predict that XRP Ripple holders may soon amass a fortune after Ripple's legal victory over the SEC. Finally, XRP is prepared to soar after years of steady improvement. The price of an XRP coin could surpass $100 in the next few hours, according to experts. Yes, I think it would be best if we move step by step. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, the lawsuit that Benny Ripple is suing the SEC has taken an intriguing new turn. When it comes to crypto judicial analysis, this case is among the most watched. The choice that Torres made stunned all parties concerned, right as it appeared like the years of court disputes were about to come to a close. CC and Ripple recently inquired. They begged Judge Torres to let them sell XRP again and reduce Ripple's $125 million civil fine to $50 million, but the judge refused. Even though jurisdiction had been restored in the end, the action was nonetheless invalid because it violated Rule 62 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. The judge made it plain that there would be no easy solutions after nearly 5 years of high-stakes court fights. Judge Torres made it plain that she would have rejected the transfer regardless of the jurisdiction, according to legal expert James Fillon, who argued that the ruling was highly significant. According to writer Eleanor Terrett-Den, the court now wishes to alter the present choice by a rule-based explanation rather than merely reaching an agreement. After years of federal lawsuits, lawyer John Dion emphasized the significance of protecting the court system's credibility and the judge's seriousness in taking the case. This follows growing suspicions within the XRP community that the lawsuit was manipulative from the start. Maybe it wasn't so much about actual law enforcement as it was about showing off. Ripple met with the SEC in 2018, according to a tweet by Adrena, a longtime XRP enthusiast. How about if the case was always just for show? What if everything was set in stone ahead of time, said he. I'm not going to sell my XRP. Because of his statements, investors are highly skeptical that the SEC's actions were orchestrated, one that safeguards substantial assets as well as smaller ones. King Agora's demonstration of U.S. approval of a compromise between Ripple and the SEC only served to inflame the situation further. In reality, the two factions had already settled on a new penalty. The fact that the court could reach a different conclusion is evident from Judge Torres' ruling. The most critical thing remains adhering to the rule of law, regardless whether community members are also discussing Jack the Rippler's bold claim that an official from the C-suite referred to XRP as the only cryptocurrency with clear regulations. Assuming this holds, Ripple will have complete legal autonomy for XRP, which is a huge triumph for the cryptocurrency market. Another form of money that has not yet been thoroughly regulated. A great deal of suffering, doubt, and unpredictability in the market were brought about by the CC case. Given the lack of understanding that other people still possess, this could prove to be XRP's most potent instrument moving ahead. All of this began in 2020, when Ripple was accused by the CC of selling stocks without registration. Ripple went on to win other awards in the years that came after T. Despite this, the legal fees and limitations continued to build up, prompting more negotiations between the parties. TC, after proposing a compromise to reduce the penalties and remove the sales restrictions, Ripple and the SEC encountered yet another legal issue a few days ago. Perhaps the true triumph of XRP is that it was able to withstand the SEC onslaught and have its legal status cleared, something that no other digital asset can say. Significant changes are imminent as XRP becomes the sole cryptocurrency to enjoy U.S. legal status. Long-term legitimacy, international acclaim, and institutional adoption might be on the horizon. If other cryptocurrencies will benefit from Ripple's fight, it is still unclear. The price of XRP should reflect this lesson that users should learn. Since the regulations have been clarified and Ripple has emerged victorious from years of legal disputes, analysts have been vocal. What follows could astound you. Some are predicting a massive breakout in the near future. XRP has everyone's attention for a reason, doesn't it? Crypto professionals like Brett and President Trump both predict steep stock market gains, with the former predicting that XRP will help many people become wealthy. It seems like a major event is about to happen. Prominent figures from many corners of the globe are raising their voices. Take Stephanie and Amanik as examples. They both confidently claim that XRP will soon overtake Bitcoin. Owners of XRP should rejoice, for they will shortly amass great wealth. The current interest in XRP isn't based only on hype, though. A serious discussion is taking on behind the scenes regarding ways to profit while making a difference. Andres Pantoja was an early cryptocurrency investor, having put money into the market as early as 2011, as an example of the kind of unexpected fortune that could result if XRP hits the $100 threshold is a potentially thrilling and perilous price point. At this time, XRP's price needs to rise by more than 4,400% to hit $100. That may be worth seven figures to someone with just 10,000 tokens. Contrarily, according to Forks Pantoja, the majority of people fail when they attempt to maintain their wealth. He advises his customers to double their freedom number, the annual sum required to live according to their desire, before making any purchases. The reason behind this is that when individuals are unprepared, they tend to make rash decisions. It's not about having flashy things, it's about being okay with failing if things don't work out. That might be easier to accomplish with an organized, self-controlled mindset. Constitute the dividing line between a sudden influx of cash and prosperity that lasts for many years. Remain committed to your concept, Pantoja says. Get the wheels in motion for earning rewards through staking or real estate. Avoid being overly demanding or trying to gain more. Make preparations to exit the trade immediately, before costs skyrocket. Industry insiders aren't ruling out the possibility of XRP may reach $100. Although it seems absurd, some are of the opinion that 2025 might be the year everything changes, depending on its usefulness, rate of adoption, and institutional support. Some, like Barry C., believe it might take as long as 2034 or even 2040. All Things XRP, a cryptocurrency expert, claims that XRP's market worth can easily surpass $100. Given the increasing prevalence of tokenization and blockchain-based technologies, the current market value of XRP $58